Folks, welcome to the Philippines. It looks like any other place, I would say. This is home, home sweet home. There's the brother-in-law's mighty fine bike. I got the water pump here that's pumping water into the house. We don't keep it on all day. Just in the morning when everybody's taking a shower. It's nice to have a nice supply of water and water pressure. This here is home sweet home. It's not a soft material house, it's a solid concrete house. We're venting it to relieve some of the hot attic air. There's a little economy washing machine and outdoor dirty kitchen. I guess most dirty kitchens are outdoor. You can see we didn't put up a bamboo kitchen. We actually spent a little bit of money setting this thing up. Underneath here, here's the access for the septic tank. So we have dual septic tanks here. This is an idea I come up with because I just wanted to make sure that if one septic system failed, we had a backup. We got a generator in case we lose power, but it doesn't happen very often. You can see it's hardwired in there. It makes a little bit of noise, but sacrifices will be made when you want to watch TV and check in to see what your YouTube superstars are doing. There's the breaker switch for that. That's how we roll in the Philippines. There's another one. I can't remember. I don't know what this one's for. Maybe this is for the outdoor lights. So we've been working on a few things here. We've been working on making sure we have enough vents up here underneath the eaves of the roof. And so, you probably can't see them, but we've added 4 or 5 there. 4 or 5 on the other side. And here's the algae tank. Here's the sump pump we got set up. Again, this is one of my ideas. I haven't seen too many of these. I just wanted to make sure that, if you don't know, when it rains, it pours here in the Philippines. And I just wanted to make sure we're able to evacuate this water in the event of torrential rains. Yeah, we have to clean this up a little bit. People like to use this for storage. I'm not a fan of that. I like things to be clean lines, clean, uncluttered. So down here is lower elevation. So as the water is pumped outside, it actually goes down here. And so far, it hasn't flooded the neighbor's patio. I'm sure that if that ever happens, I'm going to hear about it. And the reason why is I built a cistern out here also. I don't know if you could see it. But this gravel pile out here, you probably can't see it very well. That's basically a cistern. And so it's deep and a little bit wide. And so that the water goes in there first, and then we have an underground river or aquifer. And the water tends to make itself, it makes its way down into that aquifer. So, the barangay spent some money, by the way, around here. They say if you build it, they will come, and they have. Let me open up this gate and show you. So here's where the water evacuates, and down below this is a cistern, and it is deep. We built it deep enough so that actually reaches the underground aquifer. The aquifer that runs underneath this house is probably about 20 feet, 15 or 20 feet below the surface. And then the house is built another, you can't tell from looking at it from out here. The house is actually built another 3 or 4 feet above that. And I can't tell you how many truckloads of gravel it took in order to get this thing where we needed it, so that we didn't have to worry about the risk of flooding. So anyway, we got people getting ready to build homes here. This is one of the gardens Papa Frank is working on. That's Minnie's stepfather. We moved really quickly to start planting and growing food because I had been talking about how we need to mitigate the cost of food, and one way we could do that is by growing our own. Now, this property does not belong to us. This property does not belong to us. But I just want to show you a couple things that have been added recently. I just noticed. So they've done some work on meters. And so when this happens, it means that we got houses that are being built over here or that are going to be built. There's ours right there. So this is land here that somebody owns. A Westerner, I understand, owns it. They've gated this one off and they're clearing it, and they're preparing to bring materials over here. So there's going to be a house built there. Here's a post for lighting that the barangay installed. And so at nighttime we now have light, but not in front of our house. They just kind of like bypassed our house. And I think it's because we put in so much exterior lighting that the barangay decided that they would save a few bucks by not putting a light post in front of our house. And quite frankly, the more I thought about it, the more unnecessary I thought it was. So I don't know if you remember this or not, but when we first moved in here, this concrete road did not exist. And so now you could see that they've installed this all the way down to the main road, so that we are able to bring a service vehicle in here. Oh man, I just pointed this into the sunlight. I apologize. I'll edit that out. Over here, I noticed that they're clearing some area in order to build. Let me see if you guys can tell. You come over here and you could see where the flags are? They have marked off where the property line is. And they've been clearing it out. This kind of signals to me that somebody is getting ready to build here. So this is a subdivision, and the subdivision was pretty raw when we moved in here. The subdivision was just getting going, and I was nervous because I've never been involved in a subdivision type thing where you're building homes from the ground up. Yeah, never been involved in that, and so it made me a little bit nervous. You know, I had a lot of questions. Of course, man, Minnie is the one that funded all of this with a little help from me, but not very much. All right, so here's where the road ended, where they ran out of money. And you could see, so the plan is, according to the barangay captain, or one of his emissaries came over. I think it was an emissary, came over for a cup of coffee with us one day. And they tell us that you can see by the markers of where these are, these light posts, that they're planning, when they get more money, I think the next calendar year or the next fiscal year, they're going to build up to, we hear, up to this patio. All right, and there are other things going on yonder. beyond these trees. Apparently, they're going to be building a bridge over the river. The river's over that away, about a quarter mile. And this trail goes around and stops. I guess there's 2 or 3 homes back there. Some of them 2-story that Westerners are building. So they're going to. So from what I understand, I think this is I'm not sure. This isn't a provincial project. The governor is probably in charge of providing the funding where they're going to be building a bridge. I think it's going to be a 2-car bridge. It's going to be somewhere over yonder here, beyond these trees, quarter of a mile or so. So it can cross over the river, which will make it easier to access the barangay. So we're not sure exactly what's going on, if they're going to connect that bridge to the highway that goes to both Tacloban and southern Leyte, Masan. But I believe that that's the game plan. Yeah. So things are happening pretty quickly. I would imagine that in 5 years from now, it's just going to look like any Western community or subdivision that you find in Sacramento, California, or anywhere else. So, there you have it. Home sweet home. Well, it's Sunday morning here in Baybay City, Leyte. Man, Minnie and I were going to be heading over to the Dunkin' like we usually do. And then later on this afternoon, we're headed over to Caridad Barangay because I'm sponsoring a feeding program for the kids. Mayon buntag, amigos. ¿Cómo está? How you doing? Hi. One of our neighbors here who works in healthcare, I believe. Over here, they're building a new house. It's Western style for the most part. I love this house. I love the design of it. They had to kind of shoehorn this in there. I don't know if you remember this, materials recovery facility for recycling and trash pickup. And then over here, you have this brand new house that they're building. And they're making pretty good progress on this house. They shoehorned it in here, but the design was brilliant. So here, right here, I don't know if you could see it or not, but this is where I could totally picture myself sitting here, enjoying my life, having a beer. I don't know if you guys are able to see it or not. It's like an entryway, a little enclave. And let me show it to you from a different angle. Yeah, they got it protected by this bamboo fence temporarily so that the materials won't walk away. There's the roof line right there. I would say this is about a, I don't know, 600 square foot house, maybe 700 square feet, something like that. Yeah, people are up and out and about. Oh, it looks like we got a ride. We're gonna take this one, huh? All right, see you down at the Dunkin'.